I am standing in the most anticipated master plan community that has ever come to Boise, Idaho. And we are going to take you on a home tour of my personal favorite builder to work with here in the Treasure Valley, Idaho, Tresidio. And for those of you who stay tuned, I have a special surprise that one of you might benefit from. Let's get after it right now. You may have not heard about Valor, but today we are blessed enough to have Miss Jenny back with us again with Tresidio Homes, and she is going to give us the inside scoop on the hottest community to ever hit, I think ever hit, the Treasure Valley.
It's on fire!
Happy to be a part of the Valor community around Falcon Crest Golf Course, where you have 36 holes of golf. This is a public course that will be going private. So as a homeowner here, you get first dibs at joining the limited membership. Awesome amenities here. We've got pickleball, bars, restaurants, pools, indoor golf simulators. That's great for winter golf.
You don't have to leave Valor if you live here.
You don't, it's very much, I say, resort living.
So if you are looking for a community where you never have to leave, it sounds like Valor is it. A lot of people may or may not have heard of Spurwing. Spurwing right now is kind of the creme de la creme of golf course communities here in the Treasure Valley, Idaho, and Valor is going to trump that. I think it was specifically designed to trump Spurwing. This community itself has really thought through and taken.
It's very spacious, where I feel like Spurwing is great. It feels a little congested to me. I don't think they realize the amount of people that we're gonna be moving here because Idaho is so awesome. And I think now the developers of this community have realized it's very spread out, multiple pools, multiple amenities that offer for all ages.
Jenny mentioned that Valor is an all ages community. Will you hit some more points on that? Because it is absolutely incredible what Valor really offers for people at all stages of life.
So there is a new charter school coming in, more of a classical education, amenities for pools, there's parks, that there's a lot of walking paths. Automatically, when you're a homeowner in Valor, you get a part of the social amenities of the private club. So that involves all the pools, there's indoor pickleball, tennis, I mean, lots of things to use year round, plus the golf if you join the golf. If you're a golfer, this is for you.
And then Jenny mentioned, when you get into to Valor, you're part of the clubhouse.
Yes.
It's limited, right? Right now it's public. It's going to be going private here soonish, right? In the future.
Yes.
So now is kind of a great time to get involved if you are interested in being part of the clubhouse, because space is limited.
And to get a better deal, because so our community has first dibs on basically the limited number of memberships, and the pricing will be going up. So not only do you guarantee yourself a spot, but you also get it for the best price. Multiple phases. So we're just wrapping up our first phase, which is Reveille, which is pretty much every home has a golf course view. Our next phase that we've just released lots in is Medallion. It's a gated community, has its own pool. Of course, all homeowners have access to all of the pools. But this has some different properties where you can have a more of a traditional home like we're in now, or if you're a snowbird and you want that ability to have kind of lock and leave, we've got some patio homes. They're still freestanding with nice yards, so they're not attached to joined walls, and they range from 1,500 to 2,300 square feet. But it's more like I'm here summer, you can go to Utah, travel, and you don't have to worry so much about yard maintenance and things like that.
So in Medallion, you mentioned they have their own pool. So do you have to live in Medallion to use that pool, or can anyone here use that pool?
Any resident can use all of the pools, plus have access to the pools at the clubhouse.
Most of the master plan communities and a lot of the communities in the Treasure Valley do have a pool, including Spurwing, which is the other golf course community that a lot of people seek out and love. What they don't tell you is those pools are packed in the summer with kids, teens. A lot of younger families are very frustrated because they want to take their little kiddos out swimming, and they need to get in early and get out because it just gets crazy with the big kids in there.
You have to book a time. You have to book a time now.
What did you just say?
Oh, you have to book a time?
You have to book a time to use the clubhouse pool. Congested. Yeah.
Oh, see.
No.
Valor was very thoughtful when they were planning and designing this community to make sure that that wouldn't be an issue. They know that that is a major complaint, dealing with the cesspools everywhere else. And so they wanted to mitigate that, and there are a lot of pools. Let's take a little bit deeper dive to exactly what you mean by resort community and being able to move to Valor and just stay in the bubble of
Basically
Valor.
stay in your golf cart. No more cars needed. You're just gonna go everywhere and practice your parade wave and talk to all your neighbors.
Which
So-
is elbow,
yeah.
wrist, wrist,
Is that
touch your
what it is?
pearls, blow a kiss, by the way.
So I think with the future clubhouse that we're hoping will be breaking ground soon, you're going to have large pools with lap lanes. There are, like I said, pickleball and tennis, both indoor and outdoor, golf simulator rooms, but there's going to be event space for lawns and food trucks, bocce ball. I mean, it's going to have all of the things. You really won't need to leave.
I want to live in Valor. So for those of you who know me and know our lifestyle, this is where we want to live, but we can't because our kids are super entrenched in their school and in their current lives. But I frequently get on the Valor website and look around and just think like, if only. Very patriotic here. Valor is in Kuna, Idaho. If you are looking for a place where you have not just pride of ownership, but pride of country, this location specifically in the Treasure Valley, very patriotic, and you can bet that there's going to be a lot of events through the HOA and here in the community.
I would even say a real sense of community. Having now worked out in this community, I actually have 2 family members that just closed on their Tresidio home last week, so happy to now be part of this community. And there's such a sense of community before they even have closed. The golf pro has people over to his house and they're talking about fun things. So, I mean, you're gonna have a built-in network of friends and neighbors to go golfing with and hang out with.
And I think it's important too also to talk about Kuna, right? For those of you who don't know where Kuna is south of Boise. When I was a kid, this was the sticks. There was nothing out here. Literally, it was just farmland and sagebrush. That was it. Fast forward 10 years into my life, 10 to 12 years, Falcon Crest Golf Course came out here. We thought as a kid, where are we going? This is like forever away. And it was a great shot. It was a great place to go play golf, get out and be in the country. And I know we've talked about Spur Wing and what it is, what it isn't. Spur Wing was kind of the only spot growing up if you wanted to live on a golf course community, that country club field, that was kind of what you had. You had that in Hillcrest. Spur Wing was more of like out in the country, bigger homes, bigger lots. Well, now it's all filled in. Today, right, Valor, we've talked about what they've done different compared to Spur Wing. They've kind of planned it out more specifically, where the homes are going to be bigger lots, bigger homes, more of a, I guess, space, right? When you're talking about, because Spur Wing is pretty tight. If you go through it,
Yeah.
There's beautiful homes, and there's some spots in there where they have that bigger feel, but there's also spots where everything is really like on top of each other, and that's not really going to be out here. Am I correct?
Yeah, the vast majority, especially in Reveille, there's 36 holes here, so the way they've really mingled them through the golf course, is a lot of them, the majority of them I would say, have great views.
Stop what you're doing and listen.
I just want to throw in really quickly, this TV that is above us here is a frame TV. I happen to have one of these and they look absolutely beautiful in your home. For the first 3 people who purchase a Tresidio home, I'm going to gift you one of these beautiful frame TVs.
Excellent.
So as much as we love making these videos, our goal really is to provide you with enough value that you trust us to reach out to us and make us your representation. So give us a call, shoot us a text, write us an email if you're considering relocating here or anywhere else in the Treasure Valley. I'm standing in the beautiful master, and in just a moment, I am going to give you a tour so that you can see how beautiful this is and how gorgeous the master bathroom is as well. But before I do, we're going to meet back up with Jenny and just kind of talk about some of the pros and cons of living specifically in Kuna in this area, and then you're going to get a sweet home tour. So a minute ago, Nate was mentioning that this was out in the sticks when he was growing up, and it still is for some people, kind of out in the sticks. And some people have probably heard me poke fun at Kuna before because The flies out here are like this large. I call them Kuna birds. No, but they're like this large, okay? And it doesn't always smell incredible everywhere, which is one of my tips not to bring that up or mention it, because the people who live here and their bread and butter is their farmland don't enjoy people relocating from other states and complaining about the smell. But it's a super windy day. Yeah. I don't smell anything.
It doesn't smell out here. I will say that. There is always a little bit of a slight breeze, which honestly is really nice, especially in the summer. So I don't mind that at all.
Like, do some things, take some extra steps to reduce the Kuna birds, because during fly season, they are out here.
But at least it's a season. That's what I have noticed from originally not being from Idaho, where California, so flies are just there year round. Idaho just has a season, so it's like September, like honestly.
Some other pros and cons of living in Kuna is you get a lot more value for your home out here than you will, let's say, in downtown Eagle or some parts of Meridian. You get a lot more house and a lot more land for your money, and add that into the fact that Valor is a full-on epic resort style community. That is a major, major pro of purchasing what we hope is your forever home, or at least a home that you're going to live in for a long time here in Kuna, as opposed to, like I said, downtown Eagle or Boise. Another big thing about living here is in the Treasure Valley, people kind of get into their bubbles and they really stick to the pocket that they move to. So if you relocate to this pocket of the Treasure Valley, you're probably going to do most of your life living right here in the resort community of Valor. And for grocery shopping and, let's say, going to the mall, you are going to drive outside of your community about 10 minutes to grocery shop. And then I would say about 20 to 30 minutes to go to the mall, get the kiddos clothes for school, things like that. A lot of people are retiring here, working remotely, but the drive to Boise, depending on which part of Kuna you'll land in, is not terrible. And this part of Kuna specifically, it is not terrible. Sort of depends on which side of the tracks you end up on, which is another reason why it's super important to reach out to us so that we can make sure that you end up in a part of Kuna or the part of Valor that really fits your needs. Let's go check out this beautiful house that is not just available here in Valor, but in other parts of the Treasure Valley too. Interrupting this video so that I can let you know what kind of homes exactly are available here at Valor, specifically with Tresidio. Primarily, you're going to have single level living. There are a couple models that you can add a bonus up to the top, but all in all, these are primarily single level homes. They have designed these homes very smart for people who are working remotely from home or for people who have multiple generations living in the house. A lot of really, really cool and unique designs that these floor plans are going to set you up for success. These models are really, really exceptional. You may have heard me speak on one model in one city would be available in another city at very different price points with some different options. That's also true within Valor itself. So depending on which part of Valor you're looking to relocate to, so whether it's behind the gate or not behind that gate, the same model, the base price is going to be a little bit higher depending on which part of Valor you're going to end up in. In addition to that, we are looking at some lot premiums if you're wanting to live on the course and just at different locations throughout the neighborhood, which is normal everywhere in the valley. As far as pricing is concerned, I need to get my handy notes out. We are starting at $548 and it goes up into the high 700s. That is not including the lot. I don't know if I recall that I mentioned the square footage, but you're looking at 1,500 square feet up to 2,800 square feet. So lots of livable space, great prices, great layout. I am so excited about Tresidio here in Valor.
All right, like Rachel said, we are going to give you guys a house tour. So follow me and we're gonna go talk through the house and show you what it's about. Before we go inside though, let's take a look right here. We got a 3-car garage, right? This is the Vista floor plan, correct, Jenny?
It is, yes.
So the Vista floor plan could be a 3-car garage and an RV garage, is that right?
You can get an RV option.
Awesome, which if you're looking for a bigger house with that extra space to park your toys, This is a great floor plan. This I love. This is like a very unique feature that not too many builders are doing right now. It's kind of like this, I don't know, European style atrium. You see it in a lot of like South American there, Mexico, right? I lived in Mexico for a time and this was everywhere. These atriums are a lot of fun. It's a great place to come outside and hang out, you know, just live life. All right, immediately as I'm walking through, I can see the taller door frames. Right, these are 8-foot doors?
Yes, we have
8-foot
10-foot ceilings and 8-foot doors. It does pop up to 11 and 12 over here in the great room.
Studio, if you build with them, they're a semi-custom builder. So if you're starting from dirt, you have a lot of customizations you can choose. And I mean, just looking in here, this is a beautiful place. I always talk to people like, hey, when you are buying a home, where are you going to be living your life? Are you going to be living your life in your rooms? Are you going to be living your life in the living space, right? I mean, for me, this is perfect. I have 4 kids. We're always hanging out together. I have a 3,400 square foot house, and we literally live in 1,000 square feet. So for me, this would be perfect. One of the things that this one features, the gas burner, double ovens. I mean, I have a big family. This is perfect for me. Everything can get done here. Great dining room spot to entertain, just to enjoy a meal with your family. One of the things Tricidio does probably better than most is they give you the space optimization that really doesn't compete with anybody else. I mean, Jenny, do you want to kind of add about that too?
Yeah, being a semi-custom builder, I think first off, they excel in a single-story floor plan. Tons of storage and a lot of customization that you can truly make the home your own. So whether it be raising the ceiling height, taking your cabinets up to the ceiling, we've got a beautiful design studio where you can pick all of your finishes, your colors. There's no packages, it's just whatever your heart desires.
Another thing about the Vista floor plan, we're going to go into the master here in a moment, but you kind of have 2 wings. So if you're looking to have maybe like, you know, multiple generations of living here, right? You have older kids going to college, they want some space, so you have your parents living with you. This is a great floor plan because they kind of have their own wing over here. If you want to come on over, I mean, this is a great spacious bedroom. It's got their own bathroom attached, great closet space. I mean, this is a killer floor plan. And then while we're going through, I mean, they have tons and tons of storage, right? I mean, this can be for like, you know, a food pantry if you want. There's already one in the kitchen, but if you have just a big family, you have a big Costco run you want to throw in here, you have linens. I mean, there's storage for days.
Those warm winter blankets.
Yeah, those big comforters that take up all the space. And then before we go in here, I mean, this is a really, really clean, really tastefully done fireplace. This mantle is just really, really beautiful. And the ceilings in here, I mean, it makes the home just feel bigger, a lot of space. I mean,
we always do a tray ceiling as well. It's a Tricidio standard in the great room and in the master. So the great room will always have this beautiful tray and these beams.
And the beams you customize, right? Jenny was talking, we were both talking about semi-custom. I mean, if you want to have them painted, right, kind of a wood finish, they'll be more than happy to do something like that for you. The master, right? Everyone is looking for the master. What does the master have? Is it big enough? Does it the tub, the shower combination? I mean, Tricidio has always done a really good job of giving you a really comfortable space to call your own. I mean, in here they have this cool 4-post bed here. Carpets in this room, right? We can change it if you want. If you want to do hardwood throughout, you can do whatever you want. The master is really tastefully done. This is kind of a newer thing that you're going to see in a lot of these homes. Jenny, do you want to talk about kind of like the design with the shower in here? I mean, there's no door frame. It's kind of this walk-in.
Yeah, a walk-in. And actually, when you build, you have the option of doing a 0 entry, which means you won't have this lip here. So as we all age, it's nice to have that option to not have to step over something. So that's lovely as well. That's an option to do when you build.
The closet is epic. I mean, this thing is huge. And then kind of with that funky little atrium that we had, a little courtyard in the front, they have this really interesting kind of side wing down here, which... And more storage, yeah, I know we talked about storage. There's storage for days in this home. The Vista has a really fun floor plan. But this corridor is really cool. I'll let you follow Jenny and she can kind of talk about it.
We've got 2 more bedrooms and a full bathroom down here and more storage. So it's nice if you have an aging parent or if you're working from home and you need some privacy, and it's nice to be able to have that and have phone calls and not be disturbed. You could also have the option of adding a door out to the courtyard. So if you really did have your own business and needed a separate entrance, or that adult child that still hanging out with you.
So again, this is the model, right?
Yeah.
So they kind of work out of this model, so they kind of give you an idea of what it can be. But again, right, this could be, they have on this one, they have a door coming in here. So like Jenny said, this could be their own little space. I mean, you'll never even have to see them if you didn't want to, right? The last things that we've missed, we are going to go into the laundry room, the mud room, I guess so to say. So City does a really good job of making like this bench for you, right? If you want to hang up your clothes, your coats, put your shoes away, the mud room, right? Very spacious washer and dryer room. This one features like a sink, there's some cabinets above, tons of place to hang your wet clothes. Gonna go into the garage, let's get these lights on. Very spacious, you know, 3-car. I mean, this is technically a 4-car garage, right?
This
Two right here.
4-car.
Yeah, and then the tandem they have it. So this is a 4-car garage. Come on in, we're gonna go out to the patio. One of the amazing things about Valor is just the views, right? I know Rachel already talked about this as God's country in her mind, which I agree. I mean, this is a very beautiful place. You can see the mountains back over there, Bogus Basin, the ski hill. I mean, this is just a great little community. There's some, you know, like what Jenny was saying, there's gonna be some patio home styles. You're gonna have a lot of great views out here. A lot of the homes are on some of the holes with the golf course. So that's just up to you guys. Where you want to be in the community, please reach out to us. We can help you pick out a lot if you want to build, or there's some spec models left that are available.
For those of you who made it this far, we promised you a major pro tip that you don't want to miss. So Jenny, what is that pro tip?
Pro tip number 1 is reach out and call and book your time to view these beautiful homes, because if your golf is important to you, you really need to jump on it because these spots are going quickly. Already in our first phase in Reveille, I actually have a few more stickers I need to put on here. I only have 3 lots available to build on, and then this is our newest phase, Medallion. So, and we've got a couple lot reservations there too. So Valor is the spot for you, and you want that resort living. Reach out, call, and let's start taking a look at these lots.
Yeah, you don't want to miss out on that membership, so you have to be in early. And like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, the first 3 people who book a lot with us, with Jenny, throw in one of those beautiful frame TVs to go above your beautiful new fireplace mantle. Please check out this next video, and until then, be blessed.